The other day, a buddy of mine, he asked me, he's like, hey, are you tough on your son? And I thought about it for a second and I was like, nah, I don't think I'm that tough on my son. So sure enough, later in the day, I come home and I asked my son, I was like, hey, do you think I'm tough on you? He didn't even like blink an eye. He just was like, yes. Then my wife walks by. I was like, hey, do you think I'm tough on Caden? And she goes, yeah, for sure. And it really got me thinking, like, is tough a bad thing or is it a good thing? And what does it even mean to be tough on the kids? I started thinking about it more and more. And if tough means that I want my son to work hard, to reach his potential, if tough means that I'm creating guardrails of what I think it means to be a good young man, to treat people a certain way, then for that, I am a little tough on him. But at the same time, I think it's important to note that I'm trying to balance being tough with also being super loving and compassionate to him. And I think that you could do both of those things to raise a young man who is going to be able to understand what's right, what's wrong, work ethic, but also at the same time, grow up in a way that is loving and caring. And I think that if you're just too tough, you might, cause some issues in the future. And I think if you're not tough at all, I think you'd also cause some issues. So I think it's bridging that gap. But just this question was asked to me, and then asking my son his perspective was really helpful for me to reflect on. And I would encourage any dad out there to maybe ask that question or at least reflect on it. How are you balancing being tough and setting expectations while also being loving and caring? Something that's fresh on my mind.